Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how quickly your brain reacts when you see an attractive woman? It's almost instant. She walks into the room, you notice her, and within a second you already know you're attracted. For most men, attraction works like that. It's immediate, visual, simple. But here's the part most guys completely misunderstand. Women don't experience attraction the same way. Now, let's be honest for a moment. Of course looks matter. No one is pretending they don't. But for the vast majority of women, raw genetics alone, things like having the perfect jawline or being a certain height aren't what actually trigger attraction. What really influences her first impression is how you present yourself. Before you ever say a word, before you ever introduce yourself, her brain is already processing signals. Your clothes, your grooming, your posture, the energy you project. In those first few seconds, she's subconsciously asking herself questions. Does this man feel confident? Does he look grounded? Does he seem put together? Or careless and chaotic? Most men fail this silent test because they think attraction is about genetics. It isn't. It's about signals. On Gravity of Attraction, we focus on the subtle psychological cues that shape how people perceive you, especially in those first few moments. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple style techniques that instantly change how women perceive you. No expensive wardrobe required, no extreme makeover needed, just small adjustments that send the right signals before you even open your mouth. Let's get into it. Technique #1. Wear clothes that actually fit your body. You don't need expensive clothing. Most women couldn't care less about designer labels. What they notice immediately is fit. Baggy clothes create a very specific impression. When clothing hangs loosely and shapelessly, it often makes you look younger or less put together. On the other extreme, clothing that's too tight signals something else, that you're trying too hard to impress. The ideal fit sits right in the middle. Your clothes should look like they naturally belong on your body. Here's a simple test. Look at the seam where the sleeve meets the shoulder on your shirt. If that seam droops down your arm, the shirt is too large. If it pulls tightly across your shoulder, it's too small. But if it sits right at the edge of your shoulder bone, it creates a natural shape that subtly broadens your frame. That small adjustment can change your entire appearance. When your clothes fit properly, you move more comfortably, stand taller, and appear more confident, even if you're not thinking about it. And those signals matter. Technique #2, reduce visual noise. A lot of guys think standing out means wearing bold colors, large logos, or loud patterns. But too much visual chaos actually creates the opposite effect. It creates tension. Attraction often responds more strongly to calm, grounded signals. That's why simple color palettes tend to work better. Black, white, navy, charcoal, gray, earth tones. These colors don't scream for attention. Instead, they project stability and maturity. And when someone's nervous system feels calm around you, they naturally want to stay in your presence longer. Technique #3. Develop a subtle signature scent. Smell is one of the most powerful triggers for memory and emotion. You've probably experienced this before. You smell something random and suddenly remember a moment from years ago. Fragrance works the same way with attraction. The key is subtlety. Your scent should be discovered, not announced. If someone smells your cologne from across the room, it's too strong. A good rule is 1 or 2 light sprays on the neck or chest, just enough that someone notices it when they're close to you. Over time, that scent becomes associated with you, and later, when she smells something similar somewhere else, her brain may instantly think of you. That's how scent quietly anchors memory. Technique #4. Pay attention to small grooming details. This is a tiny detail many men ignore, but women often notice immediately. Your hands, your fingernails. You could have the perfect outfit, the right colors, and smell great. But if your hands look neglected or your nails are dirty, that small detail can disrupt the entire impression. It doesn't require anything complicated. Just keep your nails trimmed and your hands clean. That small effort signals something important, that you pay attention to details and take care of yourself. Women rarely expect perfection. What they respond to is effort. Technique #5. Look comfortable in what you wear. This is what separates someone who is trying to look good from someone who simply looks natural. You can wear perfectly fitted clothes, but if you look stiff and uncomfortable in them, the effect disappears. The goal is relaxed confidence. Simple adjustments help create this. Unbutton the top button of your shirt. Roll up your sleeves slightly. Wear shoes that are clean but look natural. You want to look like you belong in your clothes. When your body language feels relaxed, other people mirror that energy. And attraction grows much more easily in relaxed environments. Here's the truth about these 5 techniques. They aren't really about impressing women. They're about helping you feel comfortable in your own skin. When you feel confident in your appearance, you stop worrying about how you look. You stand taller. You become more present. You interact more naturally. Your style gets someone's attention. But keeping their attention happens the moment you start talking. And that's where most men struggle. Not with clothing, but with conversation, overthinking what to say, running out of things to talk about, getting stuck in their own head. If your appearance is strong but your conversation falls apart, attraction fades quickly. That's why your next step should be watching the next video here on gravity of attraction. Master the art of conversation with women. Because knowing how to talk naturally is what turns attention into real connection.